everything. The subterranean state is the one preventing everybody from solving its problems. They're preventing, they have the world focused on what they want and bump what you want. Bump your leaders, we don't respect them, and pretty soon you won't either. Right? That's what they're saying. They're doing that right now. We don't respect you, your nation, your leaders, and they got the people fighting their wars and doing everything that they want, and the people are tired of it. Right? That's the time we're living in. Okay, now I said these things 15, 20, I could have said them 30 years ago. And it probably sounded real off base. You're going to appeal to FBI and all of that. And I said there's about 10 or 15% of them that are Americans. Now, that's all we pulling for. We're not trying to bring them to Islam. We want them to stick to their Constitution, right? And we also want, you get signals from when you're in this stuff as deep as, okay, I'll just say it, it's not bragging. We're in very deep, and we always have been. It ain't no, for the last 4, you have to figure that something's going on. For the things that happen to us and around us. We in deep, and we know we in deep. But we also know where we are, and we know the position we're playing, and we're playing it good. We're doing a good job. I don't care what, it don't make no difference what it looked like. I'm telling you, it ain't nobody in history, whether it was Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all the other great brothers back in the day, they didn't get a chance. Martin Luther King in '68 was too scared of ducking bricks and rocks in Chicago, right? He was despondent. You could tell, right? He was sad. Martin Luther King said, shh, man, he was thinking about old Bull Connor and them, how nice they was. He said, these white folks up here in Chicago, he didn't believe it. How could his worst demonstration be in Chicago, the North? Not in Birmingham, Alabama, the Birmingham jail where right? Malcolm X went down and made a lecture when he was in jail and come on back. And what's his name? What's the little old mean man that got real sick after a while? Lost his legs. He got shot. George Wallace. Yeah, George Wallace got shot and he got the Holy Ghost, and he got the Holy Ghost. And that shows you how the Negro is. What did the Negro do? He forgave him. Yeah. You could say, what's the name played his caretaker? The guy used to play on, it used to be a program in the 60s. It was a white girl, a white boy, and Mod Squad, yeah, the Negro. That right, he played it was a good part, and you know what? I don't know whether it's true or not, but the way the Negro, that's why the Negro only harms himself. But when you say forgive, if you paint yourself white, you're forgiven. They just won't do that. If you black, that's all. Tell the truth. I ain't forgiving that nigga. But he does it too. I ain't gonna lie. And the people don't understand black people. You remember when Marion Barry came back from the penitentiary? Marion Barry was sitting up in the visiting room having sex and getting caught. That was like our uncle. You know, everybody had an uncle or cousin that do all that is called, white folks call it knavery. He was a knave. He was just like, right? It was one of them old words. But everybody liked him, right? He come back here, and it was some white lady acting funny down, not downtown, over on, I think of where it was, and the black police handcuffed her to the mailbox, something like that. And then he was saying, and then about me, he said, y'all got to get over that. The Negroes forgave him. They voted, he could do anything. And I told his son, I said, anytime your daddy want to come over here and give a talk, he's welcome. I mean, it's the only, because he's one of those relatives. When I got here, I knew what he told everybody. Anything that ain't nailed down, y'all, you could steal it, take it on home. Right? It was so loose. You didn't have to have license. You could get driver's license. You could get all kind of, you could just drive down by the motor vehicles and the years and the stickers would jump out on your car. It was so corrupt. Right? It's finished. Yeah, or the brothers everybody had, it was fine. Okay, now that's why, look, the people, I come from California, so the people don't like the police. The police do this. When I came here, the people were saying, this is about the police. I said, the police? I run in the park every day, and the police was over there. One was in the back seat. No, one was in the front seat with his feet stuck out the window. You know where they back, they used to back in that DuPont Park, man, they'd be back in there and I'd be running in there. I said, man, now these is my kind of police here. If you don't force them, they're not coming out. You know where it get hot and they'd be like right now, man, I said, man, the people didn't understand it. I said, now these police is all right. You know, I mean, they're not gonna do nothing. And I heard the Black Patrolmen's Association, I don't know if you remember that. They used to be talking on the radio. They sounded so gangstified. Do you ever hear them on WP? I said, what? I'm Sergeant so-and-so. Man bumped this. I said, that's the police? Huh? Still do it? Hey, I mean, I couldn't help it. I said, man, I like DC police. I just like the police. And when I mess with them, it just be part of the old thing. It wasn't the PG County police, though. That's when it was white PG police. Boy, look here. Anyway, let me speed up. The deep state, the administrative state is visible, it's on the surface. The Zionists are now becoming apparent and open, but they, like the people don't realize, see, they can see stuff. The reason I call them the apparent state is because it's open. The police are coming from Israel and teaching the police in America about policing, right? That's apparent. But until we tell everybody what it means, they're not going to hook it up. They cannot hook up that the guy that killed George Floyd, that was his mission. He was selected to do that. You know what I mean? They got all the police. This guy here will do that. That's what he was. You can see him. He ain't moving. He ain't moving. He ain't batting an eye. He just doing that. Yeah, for no reason. He just doing that. And he doing it because that's his mission. And that's the Zionists. Their methodology is break heads, is treat them like they're Palestinians. You treat your niggas like we treat the Palestinians. No mercy, no kindness, none of that. And that's the way the police are doing now. You know, that was a time. The police have always been killing black people. Well, not always. Back in slavery days, they wouldn't kill you because who needs a dead slave? But after, we began taking white folks' jobs and all that and living in pretty good houses on the West Coast and all up here, moving from Carolina up here, and then so they started shooting us. And then in the black days, they really started, because it's a threat. That cooled down for a minute, and it's back now. That's the Zionist state. Okay. Okay, so we mentioned the Zionists. We mentioned the surface state. We'll talk about just a few of the things that's happening in the Bay Area, and then we'll come here again and we'll close. You might wonder, what part is is Oakland playing in this? Well, Oakland is where it is because Oakland is right where we wanted it to be. You got to remember, if you could go back, no matter how far you go back, you can go back on the surface, just how to punk the FBI and all that. Well, we've been into that stuff. Okay, that means that we have the psychological makeup to challenge them. And how to punk the FBI means that we're clowning the FBI. If you would remember what it said on the front of that flyer, that the Prophet ﷺ built a podium, a mimbar for Hassan ibn Thabit. And he said, satirize the enemy. It is harder on them than shooting them with arrows. Then the same hadith, another hadith by Aisha radiallahu anha says that satirizing the enemy is, if you go out and satirize them, the Holy Spirit, and he meant Jibril, is going to be with you to say the right thing. You're going to be hooked up, right? And that if you say the right thing, it's going to cure the Muslims and it's going to cure Hassan ibn Thabit. Cure the Muslims of what? Fear. You're facing a big enemy, right? So he's saying, satirize them, belittle them with your mouth, just talk. He says worse than shooting arrows at them, right? This is what the hadith say. We've understood that all along. That's true with Americans, but it's super true with the Zionists. That's why if you notice, there's the target of, if you read anything, the Zionists talking about me, that low-down nigga, he did this, he did that, right? That's all they, if you say something about anybody else, it might be moderately, but with the Zionists, they got a thing. But we got a thing too. Every time